Oh yeah, straight out of the sweatshop. Been waiting since June for this bitch.
朋友是一个坚韧不拔的纪录片，在香港这座城市的设置。主演钱德勒、罗斯、福波斯伊、瑞秋、莫妮卡和一些其他他妈的演员。
V has come to.
V has come too.
Today I'm going to be reviewing the beasts of the Mesozoic 1/18 scale Psittacosaurus mongoliensis and Protoceratops helencornis. Just on a side note, I was originally about to get the Andrewsi one, the species, however I realized that the color scheme looked dog shit, even scaled down. So at first, we're going to be looking at the Psittacosaurus model. The great thing about these packages is that they're collector friendly, meaning unlike most toys where the moment you rip them out, the package is automatically fucking circumcised. So now you could be able to view them and enjoy the paleo art without any glue stains, without the paper being ripped off. It's only connected via scotch tape, which is pretty good in my opinion. Automatically, if you were to take a look at the back, you'll notice that, as previously mentioned, the whole collect them all bullshit. You know, you got like the Velociraptor, the Linoraptor, the Dromaeosaurus, and then, you know, the other species of Protoceratops, which I previously mentioned, alongside their respective counterparts with the animal descriptions, the facts, who the artists are, and what status they are. This is A2 and this is A6 for both animals. So I'm just going to start off by saying I really admire the detail work and the general sculpting, if you will, because looking at the package, I don't even have to open the package, and you can automatically see how well detailed they are. Each individual little scale is in crevice and osteoderm and all that fucking reptilian bullshit is all so eloquently structured and positioned and displayed, all even without you needing to take everything out, as you can see by the footage on screen. Starting off with the Protoceratops, I specifically chose this one over its predecessor due to the fact that the colors were much more appealing. The greens, blacks, browns, and beige they were more formulated than the fucking brown and beige clusterfuck that we had previously. And the retooled head was much better in my opinion, to which is another reason why I bought this guy. Of course, like I previously mentioned, these two guys, of course, within the scale, they both come with the translucent mini stand that you could put them on and you could peg because there's a little hole on the bottom of the foot. Of course, these sort of figures, they also come with alternate legs because in terms of articulation, as previously mentioned, they cannot have any more joints due to how feasibly small they are. So starting off with the head, there's a bit of a dumbbell joint in there, like the rest of the body, which is the superior joint rather than those conventional old ball-jointed pegs. And this gives more organic movement, to which, you know, this sort of thing is present in SH Monster Arts, if you will. So it has ball-jointed waist, knees, the typical like swivel knee peg. Of course, there's no ankles or feet on there since they're interchangeable, and a tail joint. And forelimbs has a bit of an elbow joint and a bit of a shoulder movement, but that's just about it for the Protoceratops, for the quadrupedal small ceratopsians. And the Psittacosaurs are just a different story because we'll be showing that in a minute. Now to quit rambling and show you what they look like with the alternative legs alongside what it looks like on top of the stand. So here it is, that's what it looks like, just so you know. Time to review the Psittacosaurus. I already put this bitch on the stand because there's no way those legs could fucking stand this bipedal sack of shit. So I did you guys a favor, so please be grateful. Again, painting and sculpting ain't too shabby. I do adore the paint, you know, based off that one paper he cited. I know why it looks like that. I just can't seem to remember off the top of my head. And the sculpting is very tolerable. It's a Psittacosaurus. There's nothing more to be said. Heading off straight to the articulation, we're going to start off with the tail. The tail is, of course, on a ball joint, and within that tail, there's a plastic piece which is supposed to give the illusion of quills, if you will, which is what this species is known for, or genus, I should say. And at the end of the tail, it's a little flimsy because that's where the plastic ends, more or less. Because once we head up further, we noticed that, of course, if you guys paid attention to the store page, it has interchangeable legs, just like I told you recently. It has specific legs that are meant to sit down. The reason I changed it to the other ones is so it could stand up when I was displaying it to you. So you can get a general idea of what it looks like. And you have to understand this is a pretty small figure. Certain things had to be compensated more or less. The figure also has, of course, typical like articulation, moving back forth, a bit of a ball joint here and there. The typical hinge swivel around the legs, a waist swivel, and around the neck, more so, and around the head. The mouth could open really wide. I'm not sure if that's based on the 1/6 scale variant, but if that's the case, then it's really, really funny, if you ask me. Size comparison time. We're going to be using a combination of both Mattel third party and some figures from David himself. First off, we'll start with the Velociraptor Osmolaske, I think that's how you pronounce its name, the Baby Brachiosaurus from Mattel, the Rubber Mosasaurus from Mattel, and the Gorgosaurus from that one Walking with Dinosaurs special that failed, Scorpiovenator, the Hammond Collection Dilophosaurus, Ceratosaurus, T-Rex, and the recent Ankylosaurus and Diabloceratops, and David's own Zuniceratops. So to finally wrap up everything and have concluding thoughts, these figures are, they're pretty charming. They're very small. They don't have a lot of articulation. Quite frankly, that's too much to ask. That's a little arrogant of me to even suggest. The paint job is, quite frankly, acceptable. It's good, honestly, and it's very quality. Everything about these figures are quality in terms of their nature. And their size, yeah, again, going back to the charming concept, these are good conversation starters. If you want a little decoration piece on your desk or office, it's good to have that. But at the end of the day, the asking price for these figures are outrageously priced, and I will defend myself on that hill. I'm willing to die on that hill. Most of the toys are ridiculously expensive, and I could put a reason why in the description if it's possible. But nonetheless, if you guys want to get it, it's your choice. I give this figure a solid 6 out of 10 on the consumer scale. So regardless, it's your decision, your money, your rules, and have a good day, have a good night, and have a good afternoon.
I am the storm that is approaching.